Hello and welcome to another episode. My name is Bryan, host of the Plant Podcast. The Plant is brought to you by ThinManager Software, the global leader in thin client management and mobility solutions. ThinManager is a Rockwell Automation technology. In this episode of The Plant, we had a chance to talk with Adwait Palsule. We stole him away from Rockwell Automation's Process Solutions User Group, or PSUG event, to have a brief conversation. Adwait is a lead engineer and project manager for Panacea Technologies and has gotten a chance to really work extensively with ThinManager and our relevance user and location services through some of their projects. Panacea Technologies is a ThinManager Platinum level system integration company. Adwait, thanks so much for agreeing to sit down today and talk with us. Before we get into the questions I've lined up to talk to you about, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Panacea, and just a little bio on you.
Sure. Thank you for having me on your podcast, Bryan. About myself, I came to the United States for my post-graduation back in fall of 2000 after completing my bachelor's degree in production engineering, which is the equivalent of industrial engineering here in the US. I went to Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York, where
Cold.
my master's program, very cold, where my master's program was in computer integrated manufacturing. The professor who had hired me as a graduate assistant had then recently received a substantial grant from a major automation company. So my master's thesis was based on using their technology.
Okay.
That is where I got my first introduction to the field of automation. Immediately after completing my master's, I started working with Panacea. So I've been with Panacea now for 17 years. I started off as a automation validation engineer, working on various automation projects on several major DCS platforms, and sort of worked my way up to become a lead engineer and a project manager now. That is my official job title at Panacea. Since the past year or so, I have taken up the role of the business unit lead for OpenBIO, which is Panacea's bioreactor control system for modern operations. I've thoroughly enjoyed all these years working with Panacea and in general in the automation industry.
For everyone listening, we're currently in Chicago at the annual event PSUG hosted by Rockwell Automation. You told me that you were presenting this year at PSUG and at this event. Tell us a little bit about what exactly you were presenting on.
Sure. I presented the story of a benchtop bioreactor modernization effort, which is one of the largest deployment of our OpenBIO system. We were a few years ago called into this pharma lab to look at their then existing bioreactor control system, which contained hardware that was nearing end of life. What we observed during our study of the system was, in addition to having out of support hardware, the old system used proprietary parts. It had manual operations, restricted visualization, and it lacked a recipe management and a batch execution platform. So we replaced their bioreactor control system with OpenBIO, which is a modern and a future-proof bioreactor control system that has an open platform, does not use any proprietary parts, has fully automated controls, improved visualization, and a significantly reduced overall cost of ownership.
Yeah, I was going to say that we had Will Aha on the show last year talking about OpenBIO, and I stole this off the Panacea Tech website. But for anybody who didn't see that episode and to kind of follow up on this, they describe OpenBIO as a high-functioning centerpiece of a laboratory, process development, and manufacturing operation. And it allows delivery of pertinent content, even in a clean environment, in an easy and straightforward configuration.
Yep.
Good sum up? I know that I love stealing stuff off websites because it's like let the marketing people like build it into what's the word I'm looking for? I guess a very succinct
Yeah.
little couple paragraphs or
Sure.
sentences.
No.
So
Yeah, no, that's a good summary. So my presentation these 2 days focused on the Rockwell version of the OpenBIO architecture that uses compact logics controllers along with FactoryTalk View and FactoryTalk Batch. And then I also talked about OpenBIO's mobile tablet-based HMI that are managed using ThinManager. I also talked about the several ThinManager features that we have deployed, such as instant failover and relevance and smart session.
cool. Well, I mean, how do you feel everything went? I mean,
It
were
was
people pretty receptive to it?
well. It was well received. There were a good number of Rockwell people that were attending the event that attended my session, and it was very well received. We could gauge from the questions, very well asked questions, and very well received.
Well, I know you guys won a Pharma award for the OpenBIO platform, and I know it was specifically, or I mean not specifically, but initially launched for one customer. Have you guys gotten a lot of continuous interest in it from other pharmaceutical companies and stuff?
Yeah, we have been getting a lot of attention and inquiries for like new deployments. Our existing users are also like very thrilled at using our system. They're just like queuing up to use the system, which is very gratifying. And we actually recently introduced the OpenBIO price configurator on our website, and that has also sort of created a lot of attention and buzz.
Able to see initially what it would cost to step up to that. I know one of the coolest things I thought about the OpenBIO platform is just the ability when you bring the tablets in to go to an individual reactor, being able to scan that QR code to bring up the interface while you're in your decked out clean outfit, and not having to leave the room or jumble, because there can be obviously lots and lots of different I guess sessions of the application and specifically for that one reactor. And I think that's really cool to see in action. Before I let you go, one more question. I feel like Panacea has had a couple of really huge years. You guys have won awards and been recognized a lot for this. Obviously, you're speaking at PSUG, and people are really grabbing a hold and gravitating to this project. Outside of the general expansion and your integration projects, going on that you have currently going on for Panacea Technologies, what else would you like to, I guess, talk about and let us know about what Panacea is up to?
Next year will be a big year for Panacea. We have two office openings planned. We'll be expanding our different business unit teams as well. And we have some new process control products and OpenBIO enhancements planned as well. The coolest of these enhancements will be integration of a multivariate analysis platform for real-time process feedback for OpenBIO. And we are very excited about that.
That sounds really cool. Yeah, I think you guys are expanding rapidly. I think that's really neat. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on today. I can't thank you enough for joining us and allowing us to steal a few minutes of your time during PSUG and Automation Fair, and while we're in Chicago.
Yeah, thank you very much again.
For all our listeners, please take the time to learn more about Panacea Technologies by visiting their website at panaceatech.com. If you like this episode, please click the subscribe button and subscribe to The Plant for a monthly discussion on emerging automation technologies. For more information on ThinManager, please visit thinmanager.com from any of your devices. I'm your host, Bryan, and we look forward to talking to you next month on The Plant.